Hi everyone, I'm Kat and welcome to my channel, Naturally Beautiful Girl. So today I'm going to be sharing some reviews of some products. I love doing this. Like, one of my favorite things to do is to review makeup products for you guys. And there have been so many new releases in the clean beauty space. I did do a video pretty recently where I did a get ready with me, where I tried out a lot of the products I'm going to be talking about in this video. I will link that video up above in case you want to see demos of me applying some of the products. Though granted, that was a first impression, which is why I'm now sitting here talking to you and sharing my actual thoughts on the products now that I've tried them and tested them. In this video, I will be demoing some of the products that I didn't demo in that video, but because I only have one face and can't demo like 2 blushes at once, it's helpful to check out that video if I'm talking about one of the products that I don't have a demo for. So be sure to check out that one. Also watch this video. Oh, and also, there have been so many new releases that I'm planning to do like a second part of this video. I'm in the process of acquiring some other new releases in the clean beauty space. I'd like to do like another first impressions get ready with me and then follow up with a review video as well. So if you like that idea, give this video a thumbs up. Also be sure to click the subscribe button and hit the bell so you're notified of when I post new videos. And let's just go ahead and jump right in. First, I'm going to start off with a product from Weis that is pretty new. And this is their Weis Vibrant Ray Duo. They released a series of these split pan products where they have a highlighter on one side and a blush on the other. And I think they also have a version that's a blush and a bronzer. And I like that they came out with 2 different versions. There's one for like lighter skin tones and one for deeper skin tones. I did go with the one that is better suited for my skin tone. They're called the Flush and Glow Duos, and this is the shade Vibrant Ray. I do use this today, so I will insert demos of me using these products, but I do really like them. I'm not surprised that I like them because I already knew that I like Weis highlighters and blushes. I already had the Weis highlighter in Radiance and the blush in Embrace, so I already was very familiar with the Weis cream formula. Absolutely love it, so I went ahead and purchased this. And I really do like this as well. The blush, even though it looks pretty vibrant in the pan, I've got it on my cheeks today and I honestly think it just gives a really nice flush onto the cheeks. I'm able to blend it out easily. It's not too crazy. The pigmentation level is really good, but it's still blendable. And I have to say, I filmed the demo portion of me applying this makeup early this morning when I was getting ready, and I'm now sitting down a little bit after 5 p.m. Actually filming this part for you guys. So the blush I've not touched up at all. It's still in place. I can still see it. It might be a little washed out on camera because that often happens, but me looking in a mirror, I can still see it on my face. And I also really like the highlighter. I was a little nervous that this wouldn't work well on my skin tone, but it definitely does. It gives me a very nice natural glow. It looks a little bit like yellow in the pan, but on my skin, it just looks really nice. I will go ahead and swatch these for you guys, but I have to say, I really like this duo. Whenever I'm actually able to travel again, I could definitely see myself bringing this product with me to travel because I do have a highlighter and a blush all in one. That is the blush swatch there. As you can see, it is a quite vibrant blush, but I did build it up some, and then I have the highlighter swatch next to it, which you can see it kind of blends in very well, but just gives a bit of highlight. So it does work very well if you have super fair skin. I obviously can't attest for the other shades in these duos, but the one I have is really great. And I think if you're looking to try out Weis products, this is a great option because then you get a blush and a highlighter in one. And how often do you really hit pan on a product? The only caveat with this is because it is split, you have to be really careful when you are reaching into this product to kind of reach into the blush or the highlighter side and not kind of hit on that line in the middle, which makes it a little tricky, but otherwise I really have been enjoying this. Okay, so I'm gonna move on to another set of I guess cheek, but they're also lip and lid products. And these are the new lip to lid balmies from Axiology. And I did try these out in my Get Ready With Me. So if you want to see these in action, check that video out. But I do have some extended thoughts on them. Actually, Axiology left a comment on my original video where they told me that these are in fact the full size. It's the same size as the lip crayons. The lip crayons are just much larger, all due to packaging, but you actually get the same amount of product in both the lip crayons and in these lid to lip balmies. So I have learned a few things about them. I've tried them on my eyelids, and as I suspected, they do crease on me. Granted, I have oily hooded eyelids, so there are very few like cream shadows or like cream products I can actually wear on my eyelids that don't crease. I did try them out on top of my Erin's Faces eye primer, which if anything is going to preserve the longevity of my eye makeup, it's certainly that primer. And even with that, they still were creasing and moving around. Was it a deal breaker? No. Do I have that problem with a lot of products? Yes. Do I just kind of live with it? Yes. But it is something to keep in mind. So for me personally, this isn't a product I'm going to be using on my eyes. I do like it on the cheeks. It is a bit of a stiffer cream product. And so I've actually found that, especially with the two shades I could use as a blush, I have an easier time blending it out with a brush than I do it with my fingers. So I've been using something like this stippling brush here to blend it out. And that definitely works a lot better than just using my fingers to blend it out. And normally I use my fingers to blend out most cream products, but every once in a while you find one that just works better in a different way. And that's certainly the case with these products. I have tried them on my lips. I like them. I think part of my hesitancy with these products and using them on my lips is I just am not a huge fan of either of these shades on my lips. I have tried them out. They do wear pretty well. They do remind me of the Axiology lip crayons, which I love. The shades are not my favorite, but I do like the formula on my cheeks. My one piece of advice though is to not apply them over a super like dewy foundation, just because they are a little bit stiffer in consistency. I find them to work a lot better if my foundation is a little bit more on the matte side. It doesn't have to be like a full-blown matte foundation, but if I try and put it on something like the Kosas Tinted Oil Foundation, it just doesn't really work that well. But on something a little bit more matte, it does work quite well. And I do really like this highlighter. I was nervous that it would be too deep for my skin tone, but it does work really well. I think it's really pretty. Overall, I do like them. Would I say they're my favorite cream product? Probably not. I find that trying to like draw these on directly onto my skin is a little bit clunky and just not my preferred way of applying cream products. But I also don't really find that kind of trying to get them onto my fingers and applying onto my cheeks works that well given the formula of the product. So for that reason, I wouldn't say they're my favorite, but I really, really, really appreciate what Axiology has done and that they're releasing products that are sustainable, that are, fully sustainable in packaging, which is outstanding. I think more companies should really be thinking about how to innovate like this. I still don't know if they dry out over time. We still don't have an answer to that question. So far, they're still doing well, but I've only had them for a few weeks. So I don't have enough experience to be able to tell you they dry out in 5 or 6 months. We'll have to wait and see on that. For me, they're not as much of a multi-use product as they claim to be, but a lot of that is just my skin type and also my personal preference on types of products that I like to use. I should mention that I have the Cotton Candy Skies Trio. I can't remember what the specific shades are in here because they're not listed on the back, but it is the Cotton Candy Skies Trio. I'll list the shades down in the description box down below. The next product I'm sure you've been wanting to hear my thoughts on now that I've used it more, and this is the Kosas Sun Show Bronzer. I have the shade Light. I really like that Kosas came out with a couple of shades for the bronzer because obviously everyone has different skin tones, and what will actually bronze one skin tone will not necessarily bronze another skin tone and vice versa. So I at first was really nervous about this because I honestly don't like a lot of bronzers. I'm kind of picky when it comes to bronzers because I have such fair skin. They can just look crazy on me really fast. Like I can look orange, I can look red, like bronzers can head in a bad direction really quickly. So my default has been to not really use bronzers. But I have to say I've actually become a really big fan of this bronzer and I'm completely surprised by it. I will swatch it here for you. I don't know how well it's going to show up because it is pretty light, which is why I like it. Here's swatched on the side of my hand here. You can see it is a glowy bronzer, but I kind of really like that about it. So this bronzer, you have to go in with a light hand. This is a bronzer where you need to start off with a little bit on your brush and blend and then build, because if you get too much of this bronzer on, it can look like too glowy, like you have a highlight that's the wrong color. But when you get it blended out, it is like the most beautiful sun-kissed glow. I am wearing it in this video today, In the video where I was trying this out, you guys were commenting and saying you really liked it. You have to get this blended out though. Like you cannot go in too heavy handed with this bronzer. You want to use a nice fluffy brush that doesn't pick up too much product. You want to knock some of the product off if it looks like there's too much product on your brush. If you get too much on your face, you want to grab like a powder brush and blend it out. You got to get this blended. But if you do, it is the most beautiful glow on your skin. I absolutely love it. I really thought that I wasn't going to, but I think that this shade is actually what I would look like if I actually were tan, which I'm never gonna actually go out in the sun and tan. But if I were, I would like to envision that like the glow and the color of this bronzer would be what I would end up looking like naturally. The one time I'd run into problems blending this bronzer was actually in the video where I was first trying it out. And that was because I had a very dewy foundation situation going on. I had a whole bunch of sunscreen on, and then I put another dewy foundation on top. And so I was very dewy. Even though I set with powder, I was still dewy. And this bronzer got kind of clumpy and stuck in that. Like this bronzer has to go on top of powder or a more matte foundation. If you try and put on something super glowy, super dewy, you're gonna end up with like a patchy mess that's gonna be a little bit hard to blend out. Granted, in that video, I did get it blended out. It's just not as quick and easy as I was able to do today, for instance, when I wore a more matte foundation, which is the Saint Cosmetics foundation. But if you are aware of this and blend carefully and are just, cognizant of what product you're layering on top of each other, this is beautiful. I'm definitely going to be reaching for this a bunch this summer. I am contemplating, there have been a lot of bronzers released. I'm contemplating doing a bronzer video coming up. I've not been able to get my hands on the Tower 28 bronzer. It's like sold out everywhere. So I'm trying to get my hands on that. But yeah, this bronzer, I'm definitely a fan of. The next product I'm going to be talking about is a new release from Erin's Faces, and it is the Erin's Faces mascara. And let me just say this. I've only actually been using it for a few days, but I feel comfortable telling you my thoughts on it, which are that I absolutely love it. In fact, I already knew that I love this product the minute I put it on my eyelashes. I was thinking about it, and I've tried out a lot of mascaras, and there are very few mascaras that I feel like are just like good from the first use. I typically like a little bit drier mascaras, and it's just so rare for me to find a formula that I like on first use. I always feel like it's like a couple weeks in that I like it, or it has a weird brush that I have to adjust to, and it takes me a few weeks to kind of get used to using that brush. This mascara, I just pulled out the tube, I applied it, and my lashes looked amazing. And it doesn't flake, it doesn't smudge, it stays in place. Like, it is just good. I mean, I'm not surprised. I've been really impressed by Erin's Faces products so far. And I think this mascara was like 8 or 9 years in development, and let me tell you, it shows. I have it on my lashes today, and I'm gonna insert a clip of me having it on one eye and not the other, but I love it. Like, if you are in need of a mascara, go try this one. It is really, really good. I don't know what else to say. It's like, it's perfect. Like, it's a perfect mascara. It gives me volume, but it also gives me length. It's not clumpy. It is a pretty dramatic mascara, or at least I build it up to be pretty dramatic, but I do like it. It doesn't have a silicone wand, which actually surprises me because my favorite mascaras typically have silicone wands. This one just has the usual like pipe cleaner wand, but you know what? It works well. It's a good mascara. And also it comes in glass packaging too, which is another huge shout out. Who's heard of a mascara that comes in glass packaging? I think this may be the only one that I know of actually. So it is a more environmentally friendly mascara in terms of packaging. Also a plus, it's vegan, it's cruelty-free. I mean, what else can you want? I mean, to me, it's perfect. So if you've been curious about it, and you've heard people saying good things about it, it's all true. It was literally love at first use with this mascara. The next new product that I've been trying out is this one here from RMS Beauty. This is their daily lip balm, and I have the shade Passion Lane. I didn't think I was gonna fall in love with this, but I totally have. Like, it's probably the fact that I've been stuck at home and like not really going out, but I've been really into like these sheer kind of lip balm products that just give my lips a little bit of tint, but are really comfortable. And that is definitely the case with this product. It is a very sheer product, but even with my lips that have like no pigmentation, it still shows up really nicely. As you can see, I've got it built up on my hand there, and it's just a beautiful pink shade. It is a bit more oily than the Kosas Sport for comparison, and also more oily than the Erin like wild pansy lip balm or whatever it's called, the like lip balm product from Erin. But I really love it, even though it is more oily. With it being more oily, it's just like very nourishing on your lips, and it's a really good product. I don't know what else to say. I really like it. It wears pretty well on me. It actually kind of stains my lips a little bit. So even once the oil kind of wears off, like it does leave a nice stain behind, which I am good with. It's better than just leaving my lips with absolutely no color. So I do like that about it. I don't know what else to say other than it's a product that I keep reaching for. It's very comfortable and I really like it. There's a number of shades, which is nice, but it's solid. It's a good one. It gets a stamp of approval in my book. Okay, and then the last product I'm going to talk about is this guy right here. I think it's one of the new Cara Weis lipsticks. And I'm gonna say I think, because I'm honestly, that's what I ordered, but I'm not 100% confident that that is what I got. So Cara Weis came out with a new line of nude lipsticks with an updated formula. That's what I ordered, but for a whole bunch of complications, there were some mix-ups in my order, and I will say I ordered this from Integrity Botanicals. Integrity Botanicals mixed up my order and accidentally sent me a sample of the lipstick instead of the full size, which I ordered. But they were amazing. They got me the full size in the mail. Like I got it like a day or two later. Like they were amazing. Like they completely made up for it. But I'm not entirely sure that I actually got the new formula because I believe they have the shade Serene, which is what I have, in the old formula. When I got this, I realized that nowhere on the packaging listed it as being the Nude Naturally lipstick formula. So I think I may have gotten the old formula, which also translates into my thoughts on it because I never heard really positive reviews about the old Kjaer Weis formula, and I don't have super positive things to say about this lipstick. Question is whether it's the new or old formula. I don't know. It's fine, but it's not amazing. And the thing is, for the price that you are paying for a Kjaer Weis lipstick, you want it to be amazing. I've got it on my lips right now, and I will swatch it here for you. It is a very pigmented lipstick. I will give it that. And it is pretty comfortable on the lips. Would I say I like the formula better than my Ilia Color Block lipstick? No. Do I like it better than the Red Apple lipstick formula? No. And those are much more affordable. I mean, granted, they also don't have beautiful refillable packaging like this. At the end of the day, they are more affordable. My main complaint with this lipstick is it really emphasizes fine lines on my lips, which is kind of funny for a very creamy lipstick. Normally, creamy lipsticks just kind of glide over your lips, moisturize your lips, and don't emphasize your fine lines, but somehow this one does. So I have to be really careful and make sure that my lips are exfoliated before I apply it. Also make sure that I've got, I've been applying lip balm, they're nice and moisturized, and that helps. But if I just kind of go in with this lipstick cold turkey, it can look not exactly the way I want it to. I wish I could tell you for certain whether it is the new or the old formula, but I don't know. I really wish that Kjaer Weis was more clear when they update their products, because Reagan's had this problem. I think I have this problem too, where you aren't sure if you've got like the new or the old packaging with the mascaras and whether the refills will actually fit the mascara or not. It's confusing, and I don't really like that. I wish that there was like a clearer distinction between the old and new versions of products. It gets kind of blurry and it's hard to tell what's going on, which isn't really that great. My thought on the lipstick is it's just not worth the price. I did a video very recently where I shared 10 lip products that are $25 and under. I will link that up above. But those are some amazing lip products and they're $25 and under. Like, I don't know. I think the Kjaer Weis blushes and highlights are worth it, but lipsticks, not so much. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed hearing my thoughts on all these new products that are being released. If you did like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comment section down below if you would like me to do more videos like this. I really enjoy reviewing products. I hope you enjoy hearing my thoughts on them. Let us know in the comment section down below if you are planning to try out any of these products, or if you have already, what are your thoughts? And also be sure to check me out on Instagram. My handle's at naturallybeautifulgirl. And once again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!